This is day 5 of Alta Via 4 between Rufugio Vandelli to Rifugio Pietro Galasso. This is by far the hardest day of Alta Via 4. It also offers the most spectacular views imaginable. My dominant impressions are shock at how physically difficult it is. I am also humbled by how hard mentally it was. The climbing and hiking were extremely interesting, and finally the views were stunning every single step of the day. My wife and I are fast hikers, usually average 2 miles an hour on mountains and uneven terrain. However, there were long stretches we averaged half a mile an hour. Even though we started before sunrise, I was not sure we'd make it before dark. This is a serious undertaking. The hike starts in the heart of the Italian Alps, a little more than halfway through Alta Via 4. The first leg is up an impossible wall overlooking Rufugio Vandelli and Loca de Soporis. A Via Ferrata kit is certainly required for this stretch, as is some climbing skills and little fear of heights. I would put this climbing at 5.6 on the Yosemite decimal system. Day 5 begins early, and somehow we got to scale that wall. I don't know how that's going to work. Right out of the gate, from breakfast, we're already climbing pretty steep, it's a little slick from the early morning dew. Alpine glow is upon us. To get a better look at this wall, I'm going to say the same thing I said before. How in the world are we going to get up that? Alta Via 4. That's us. These limestone fissures run deep in places. Okay, we're leaving the mostly flat terrain and heading for the vertical. Can you see the large group in front of us? Okay, first Via Ferrata of the day. Up, up, up we go. That's basically vertical. We're already pretty high off the ground. There she goes. Big smooth rock and little tiny flowers clinging onto the edge. Cute little pink flowers. Right next to our trail marker. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh oh. I'm not sure if this is loose or if it's supposed to be that way. It has a little like a rubber stopper on it. We passed our last cable, about to go around the corner and view an entirely different drainage. The second leg gave us a peek of what was to come. Relentless exposure and constant climbing. There was not a single meter we were not going up or going down or overlooking some crazy cliff without protection. When we stopped for lunch, we thought the hardest part was over. Not a cross on top of this little rise, but something else. Via Ferrata kit put away, helmet on pack, trekking poles out, boots on, switching modes. I think it'll be a couple hours to our next Via Ferrata. Trail is quite steep in places. I suspect we're crossing this meadow and dropping into that canyon. Yep, now we head down to Scully. I see 2 of our people in our party way down there towards the bottom. Someone got very creative with this cairn. Filled with fossils. Trail is flat, but good heavens, it's steep. All right, we have a little shelter here for first aid, I assume. It's abandoned right now. We gotta make our way up that path. All right, now we're a little bit up. Well, more than a little bit. The trail is tough. But whoa, those cliffs are spectacular. It seriously gives Yosemite a run for the money. The next leg was completely unexpected. It was relentless, so much exposure and so little protection. Even when it appeared flat on the map, it was constantly up or down. We were mentally and physically exhausted. The trail was difficult and hard and everything. Now we're at the saddle and we have a new view. Oh wow. And it's just as rugged as before. Oh, this section of the trail is so hot. Every time we get out of the trees, we get a little breeze, we're like, phew, or a cloud comes overhead. Haha. Oh, this cool little cave has given us a reprieve from the heat. And this is where we had some water, the breeze was cool, and we were ready to go. And the view was magnificent. When we finally cleared the difficult part, we had a reprieve. Unfortunately, this is when I fell and twisted my ankle with several miles yet to go. Come into a new little valley. I think we're gonna go around the edge of this and go right between that little pass. Cute mushroom. Okay, we're going left. It's the canyon we just came up. We're on the left-hand side, right along the edge of the cliff. What an impressive cliff that is. A new vista is opening up before us. Next, we had a serious drop to get to Rufugio Marco. It was so steep that you felt like you were going to fall with every footfall. Oh, cute little town now below there. The last leg was mostly flat and fast. However, we were exhausted and worried about making the Rifugio for dinner, so we had to really book it. The last 2 miles to our Rifugio are mercifully flat, up until the last little bit. And the views on the right are absolutely stunning. We can't even see the top of the mountain. It's so tall. Isn't it impressive? Maybe we'll climb that tomorrow. We'll see what the weather brings. Oh, the views are just stunning. Wow. Oh, a whole new vista awaits us. Spectacular. And that is home for the next couple days. Oh, I think that'll do. This is a fairly typical dormitory room in the Rifugio, and you can see there's lots of bunks, and in each bunk you have pillow and blankets, but You have to bring your own sleeping bag liner. Now here I have my pillow tucked into it. Smell it. I love the waiting area in this Rifugio, all this climbing history.
Sounds like she is.
This hike is an A-list kind of thing. However, it is not a hike to be taken lightly. You need to be strong, comfortable with your climbing, and comfortable with exposure. Was it worth it? Absolutely.